Om Swastiastu. Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So how are you today? I hope that all of you are still in a good condition today. So guys, in this video I would like to explain about inverse of a matrix. But before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Putu Tiara Dwiyanti with student ID number 19130111006. I'm from Triple Course of Math Education in Ganesha University of Education Singaraja. And of course, here I'm not alone. So, Cahya, can you introduce yourself?
Thank you, Tiara. Before we start, let me introduce myself first. Okay, my name is Putu Cahya Widiani with student ID 19130111005 from 3C class of Math Education Ganesha University of Education Singaraja. For the first part will be explained by my friend. Okay, let's go to the explanation.
Okay. First, I'll explain you about definition of an inverse of a matrix. Assuming that we have a square matrix A, which is non-singular, that is determinant A does not equal to 0, then there exists an n by n matrix A with -1 in superscripts, which is called the inverse of A, such that matrix A times 2 inverse of matrix A equals to inverse of matrix A times 2A equals to I, where I is the identity matrix. So what about the inverse of 2 by 2 matrix, Cahya?
Okay, I know about the inverse of 2 multiplied 2 matrix. Take for example an arbitrary 2 multiplied 2 matrix A whose determinant AD negative BC is not equal to 0. A amount ABCD where A, B, C, and D are numbers. The inverse is A inverse amount ABCD inverse amount 1 by AD negative BC multiplied D min B min C A. The inverse of a general n multiplied n matrix A can be found by using the following equation. A inverse amount adjective A by that A, where the adjective A denotes the adjoint of a matrix. It can be calculated by the following methods. Given the n multiplied n matrix A, define B amount B easy to be the matrix whose composition are found by taking the determinant of the n negative 1 multiplied negative n negative 1 matrix obtained by deleting the A row and Z column of A. The terms of B, E, A, B, amount B, E, Z are known as the cofactors of A. Define the matrix C where C is Z amount negative 1, E plus D, B easy.
Thank you for your explanation, Cahya. Your explanation is so nice and detailed.
Thank you, Tiara. Yeah, because I'm learning it, I can easily understand it.
Okay, now I'll continue with the identity matrix. As I said before, that is follow from the associativity of matrix multiplication, that if matrix A times 2 inverse of matrix A equals to identity matrix, an inverse of matrix A times 2 matrix A is equals to identity matrix. The identity matrix is a square matrix with all zeros except 1 across its main diagonal. matrix A with entries A, B, C, D, then the inverse of matrix A is equals 1 divided the determinant, that is AD minus BC, times 2 adjoint with entries D minus B minus C, A. So matrix A times 2 inverse of matrix A equals to 1 divided the determinant times 2 the adjoint of the matrix A times 2 matrix A. So matrix A times 2 the inverse of matrix A is equals to 1 divided the determinant times 2 AD minus BC, BD minus BD, negative AC plus AC, AD minus BC. BD minus BD becomes to 0, minus negative AC plus AC comes to 0. So AD minus BC divided the AD minus BC is 1, and AD minus BC divided AD minus BC is 1. So matrix A times 2 the inverse of matrix A is matrix with entries 1, 0, 0, 1. That is a identity matrix.
Tiara, I want to ask how to calculate the inverse of a 2 multiplied 2 matrix. Thank you.
Okay, to get the inverse of the 2 by 2 matrix, you need to take several steps. First, swap the position of A and D. Second, give an opposite sign of B and C. And then multiply it by 1 divided by the determinant of the original matrix. For example, find the inverse of the matrix with entries 4, 1, 7, 2. The solution. The inverse of matrix A is equals to 1 divided the determinant, that is AD minus BC, times 2 the adjoint of the matrix A, that is with entries D minus B minus C, A. The inverse of the matrix A is equals to 1 divided the determinant of the matrix A, that is 4 minus 4 times 2 minus 1 times 7, times 2 the adjoint of the matrix A with entries 2 minus 1 minus 7, 4. The inverse of the matrix A is equals to 1 divided 8 minus 7 times 2 the adjoint of the matrix A, that is with entries 2 minus 1 minus 7, 4. So the inverse of the matrix A is equals to 1 divided 1 times 2 the adjoint of the matrix A, 2 minus 1 minus 7, 4. So the inverse of the matrix A with entries 4, 1, 7, 2 is a matrix with entries 2 minus 1 minus 7, 4.
Thank you for watching our video. If there's deliberately or accidental missing, we are sorry. We are both here string and not so perfect, because that's perfect for good almighty. Okay, see you the next video.
We enjoyed the video, and I'll also hope the video will be useful for you. So I close with Parama Santi. Om Santi Santi Santi. Thank you. Goodbye.